What's up? It's Robert from Existence First. And in yesterday's video, I talked about how the immune system distinguishes between self and non-self, and how the mind can do the same thing. I ended that video with a question of how we can, on the one hand, live a life true to ourselves and be true to who we are, yet at the same time create ourselves and create who we are from nothing, which is the Existence First philosophy. And in today's video, I'm going to give at least the beginning of the answer to that. So I've been around psychology enough, 10 years to be specific, to know that the way that a person acts is really just a result of the way that this is wired. And I've seen time and time again people under the wildest delusions, sometimes thinking that they're God, and just 2 weeks on medication and they suddenly become humble and able to have a normal conversation, and they're not all cut up in their ideas, and they can tackle the basic things of living life, like paying your rent. You know, if you think you're God, you're probably not going to pay your rent. But at the same time, that's going to get you homeless real fast. So anyways, I've seen this over and over. The medication, 2 weeks on it, and boom, people are acting differently. And that begs the question, well, who are they then, right? You watch someone get Alzheimer's late in life, you know, and their loved ones say, you know, they're just not the same person anymore. Well, you were wrong in thinking that they were a permanent person. A person is in constant change. A person is a process, not a thing. But anyways, I'm not going to get derailed on that. Let's come back to today's topic. Okay, so the visual that I want to give is, think of yourself, your identity, or your mind, your psyche, as a house. And imagine that you're in this house, and instead of rooms, it's got just lots and lots of curtains or drapes hanging from the ceiling, like hundreds of them, so that like every 2 feet there's like another curtain hanging down. And imagine you're inside of this one, I guess that you would call them, you know, little tiny rooms or whatever. You've got 4 curtains, one on each side of you, right? And so you're essentially in a room, right? And I tell you, you know, I think it's about time that you leave this little room, and you tell me, well, I can't. There's no way out. There's no door. You know, it's just curtains all the way around. And I tell you, well, there is something more actually. Why don't you push on the curtain on one of those walls a little bit, and sure enough, you pull the curtain back, and whoa, there's another little room just like the one you're in. And so you've taken this little step and you've expanded sort of the range that your mind is capable of traveling to. This reminds me of a story. Recently I decided to change my car insurance, and I did this electronically, like through internet and the call center, and then I got a voicemail the next day from my agent, who was asking me to call him back and explain why I wanted to change. And of course, part of me was avoidant and thinking, I really don't want to get into that weird argument, and you know, I'd rather just leave it be. And then I thought about it, and I realized, you know what, this is my chance to live my philosophy. This is my chance to pull back that curtain a little bit and to not be the person that inertia had just led me to be. So I called the dude back, and sure enough, it was he made a huge dramatic thing about it, but I faced it and I got over it. So the question is, what little opportunities are there for you to stretch your personality? What if you explored just a little bit further? What if you took your mind and its range and you widened it so that you could face various situations differently? What kind of traits have you been wanting to develop in yourself? What kind of traits have you been wanting to acquire? And I want you to think of what is one small thing, what is the next opportunity? Because tomorrow is going to present you with a handful of opportunities to practice this very trait that you want to have, that you want to embody. So that's part one of my answer. Part two will be coming up very soon this week. Think deeply and put your existence first.